All right, here we got the ear. There you go. And we'll have this part right here. We're going to take a look at that a little bit closer, and we'll have this model to kind of look at. So let's look at the ear here, and I'm just going to kind of go and start pointing out some features again. Just pay attention to the ones that you need to identify from your list there on Blackboard. But here we'll start with the outside and kind of work our way in. Here is the auricle of the ear, okay, or the pinna is another name for it as well. We have the external auditory meatus or external acoustic meatus. You can use either one. Okay. We got this right here. That's your tympanic membrane. And then when we get into the middle ear, we have three little bones. 1, 2, and 3. They are the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. It looks like a stirrup. Malleus, incus, stapes. And those lead to, well, we're going to have an expanded on it, but they lead to the inner ear right here. The cochlea, you can see the semicircular, or I'm sorry, the vestibule, the cochlea, and the semicircular canals. Right here, this last little structure right here, oops, sorry. This last little structure right here, this is the eustachian tube or the auditory tube or the pharyngeotympanic tube. You can use any of those. They're all the same. Auditory tube, pharyngeotympanic tube, or the eustachian tube. And that's what equalizes pressure on both sides of the eardrum there for you. If we take that and bring on up an expanded version of this, okay? All right, here you can see the cochlea. I'm going to take this off here, so we can kind of look at the inside of it here in a second. I have this medial portion right here that I'm covering, all of this right here. This is the vestibule. And then here are my semicircular canals. They're involved with dynamic motion, okay? X, Y, and Z planes. Vestibules, static motion, okay? Linear motion, that type of thing. But all the action is here within the cochlea. And here you can see the big old vestibulocochlear nerve extending off. Okay, you can see it extending off right here. But if I'm going to put this like that, so we can kind of see here. I'm going to come on in. I'll let that focus here as I talk a little bit. When the cochlea is in cross-section, then we can see the bits and pieces associated with it. We can see 3 different chambers, okay? This is where sound waves get interpreted, so the cochlea is going to be involved with sound. Remember, we had the stapes sitting right over the cochlea. If we come over here, this is where the stapes opens up, or this is where the stapes, comes in contact, quote unquote, with the inner ear right here in the vestibule. This is the oval window. This is how sound waves get generated. Sound waves hit the eardrum, malleus, incus, stapes, and then the stapes oscillates over that oval window right there, and that causes fluid to move throughout the cochlea. And we'll talk about that in class. Any excess sound waves gets removed right there by my thumb. And that's the round window. It's circular, hence round window. It's oval, hence oval window. Pretty easy stuff. But if we go back here to the cochlea, to the inner ear, okay, you could see it's comprised of a series of ducts. Okay. And I'm orientated like this so you can get orientated. Here you can see kind of this wave, and it's coming crashing down, okay? So right here is my wave. Sorry. So right here is my wave. I'm trying to look and see what's going on with the picture there. And it's going to come crashing down. So this is the bottom, this is the top, and this is the middle. Let's see if I can get this just a little bit closer. Okay. So there's that wave going crashing down, bottom, top, middle. This is the scala tympanum, scala vestibule, scala media, vestibular duct, tympanic duct, cochlear duct. I know this is down. This is the scala tympanum. I tamp things down into the ground. The scala vestibule. I look up into the vestibule at church to pray. And in the middle. This also houses the organ of Corti, which you can see kind of right here, all that. That's the tectorial membrane, that wave. And this little structure right here is the organ of Corti.